Dear learners, now in this section we shall study the remaining health benefits of omega 3 fatty acids. Now the next is Alzheimer's disease, dementia and cognitive function. Omega 3 fatty acid lowers the risk of developing dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Nervous tissue functioning, mental activities and mood of an individual is determined by the action of omega 3 fatty acids. It is also useful in treatment of depression and management of developmental disabilities like ADHD and autism spectrum disorders, that is ASD. Long chain EPA and DHA have been reported to be beneficial in terms of decreasing the risk of depression and suicide and delaying the onset of neurological degeneration of aging. Now, the next health benefit is in vision. Omega 3 fatty acid is known to be vision friendly. It is helpful in prevention of dry eyes, age related macular degeneration and vision loss. Several epidemiological studies based on food frequency questionnaires suggested that omega 3 polyunsaturated fatty acids could have a protective role in reducing the onset and progression of retinal diseases. The retina has a high concentration of omega 3, particularly DHA, which optimizes fluidity of photoreceptor membranes, retinal integrity and visual function. Furthermore, many studies demonstrated that DHA has a protective, for example, anti-apoptotic role in the retina. DHA has also significant effects on photoreceptor membranes and neurotransmitters involved in the signal transduction process, rhodopsin activation, rod and cone development, neural dendritic connectivity and functional maturation of the central nervous system. Now, the next health benefit is in rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis is a symmetric peripheral polyarthritis of unknown etiology that untreated or if unresponsive to the therapy typically leads to deformity and destruction of joints due to the erosion of cartilage and bone. Omega 3 fatty acids have been shown to reduce morning stiffness, the number of tender joints and swollen joints in patients with rheumatoid arthritis. The study by Rajai et al. Further concluded that the daily supplementation with omega 3 results has significant clinical benefit and may reduce the need for concomitant analgesic consumption without weight changes. It can be attributed to the anti-inflammatory activities of omega 3 fatty acid in inflammatory conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. It is been found to be helpful in reduction of chronic pain, swelling and maintaining mobility in the joints. Now, the health benefits of omega 3 fatty acid in other health conditions. Research is needed on supplementation of omega 3, which is hypothesized in reduction of some symptoms of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, childhood allergies and skin conditions like psoriasis, improvement in the insulin resistance, reduced risk of development of osteoporosis and cystic fibrosis. The primary use of fish oils in diabetic patients is aimed to reduce CAD risk, especially in women. The available evidence does not support a beneficial effect of fish oil on the glycemic control of diabetic patients. Although fish oils decrease insulin resistance and therefore may help in progression of metabolic syndrome of type 2 diabetes. Now, safety of omega 3 fatty acid. One should try to get their nutrients including fatty acids through the diet. Foods we eat contain required vitamins, minerals, dietary fibers and other substances like fatty acids which are crucial for health. Fortified foods and dietary supplements may provide nutrients in more or less quantities than it is required to maintain good health. Omega 3 dietary supplements in excess may adversely interfere with certain drugs like anticoagulating medications. Higher doses are sometimes used to lower triglycerides, could also cause bleeding problems and suppression of immune function. Excessive intake of omega 3 fatty acids dietary supplements may lead to an unpleasant taste sensation on tongue, bad breath, heartburn, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea and headache. Now, perspectives of food applications of omega 3 fatty acids. Omega 3 fatty acids are emerging as some of the most widely used beneficial compounds in human health. Omega 3 fatty acids are promising functional ingredients in the food and beverage industry. Various scientific studies supporting multiple health benefits, increased awareness among the consumers and advances in technological capabilities to incorporate omega 3 oils into wide categories of food products and beverages have contributed to the market growth of for DHA omega 3 fatty acids. The improved stability, application, development, formulations to suit wider product range and advancements in delivery methods in different types of products other than capsule, soft gels as supplements are major drivers for the growth of omega 3 fatty acids in food industry. There is also a surge in activities by industry seeking alternate sources, developing production systems and processing of omega 3 fatty acids. With rise in vegetarianism, algae have become an attractive source for production of omega 3 fatty acids. New product development in the omega 3 fatty acids space is driven not only by new finished products, but also new sources as well. Plant sources like flax, chia are playing a major role in new product rollouts by the food industry. Omega 3 fatty acids are incorporated and seek into potential usage in the following food products. Now, fats and spreads like margarine, milk and other dairy drinks, organic milk, infant formula, soya based drinks, cooking oils, beverages like juices, fruit juices and synthetic preparations, breakfast cereals, brands, energy nutrition bars like granola, breads, flaxseed containing cereals. The beneficial health effects and the approved health claims of omega 3 fatty acids have given rise to a growing global interest in using them in various food products. Sustainability of sources, the bioavailability of omega 3 fatty acids forms the options for the customization of EPA and DHA are determining the food industry's sourcing choices for omega 3 fatty acids. Technological advances are helping the food industry in extending omega 3, formulating more products with better organoleptic properties and helping consumers gain access to omega 3 fatty acids in everyday products. The establishment of recommended dietary intake standards for omega 3 fatty acids in the coming days is expected to result in further growth of omega 3 fatty acids applications in food industry. Dear learners, to total up our learning on omega 3 fatty acids, which is a precursor of long chain fatty acids, namely eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acids. It is widely distributed in many foods, especially in nuts, oilseeds and oil fish. In this module, you would have gained knowledge on the chemistry of omega 3 fatty acids, its classes, food sources, its therapeutic effects on health and prospective usage in food industry. The functional properties of omega 3 fatty acids showed a variety of therapeutic functions like anti-inflammatory, anti-cholesterol, brain function boosting, antidepressant and anti-carcinogenic properties. It is also known to bring in significant reduction in blood lipids, hypertension and increased body immunity. The beneficial health effects and the approved health claims of omega 3 fatty acids have given rise to a growing global interest in using them in various food products. One must also be cautious to use omega 3 dietary supplements in excess, as it may interfere with certain drugs like anticoagulating medications. Hope you liked learning on omega 3 fatty acids. Thank you.